What would it be like to be completely free of your debt? To wake up in the morning with no sense of dread in your stomach, to have zero anxiety around money, knowing that you're not in debt, and if something happens, you can handle it because you have an emergency fund. And how I paid off $60,000 of debt before the age of 30. In this video, we're going to talk about something I haven't really touched on, which is what it feels like to be out of debt. The first thing that helped me break free from my debt anxiety was realizing that the numbers on the computer screen or the numbers on my credit card bill actually matter. What matters is how I feel. Am I happy? Am I stressed? Am I anxious? That's what really matters. Because I realized that if I am happy with myself and I am living my best life and I am able to do things that I want to do, then the numbers don't really matter. Once I decided to take action, I needed to make a plan. And I didn't know where to start. When I didn't always make the best financial decisions, and that's okay. We're human. We're not perfect. I wanted to be debt-free because I wanted to live my life to the fullest. I wanted to travel and experience new things without worrying about money. I wanted to have the freedom to make choices that were right for me, not for anyone else. And this is what I want for you to. I want you to be debt-free because you want to, not because you feel like you have to. And sometimes, life gets in the way. And if you're struggling with debt anxiety, please reach out for help. There are people who want to help you. You're not alone. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. It can be a really tough situation to be in, but it is possible to get out of debt, and it is possible to live a life that you're excited about. It takes time and effort, but it's worth it. So don't give up. Keep going. And please know that I'm rooting for you. Maybe you had an unexpected expense, or maybe you just had a bad month. That's okay. Give yourself grace. Don't beat yourself up. It's given me the freedom to make choices that are right for me, like quitting my job to pursue my YouTube channel full-time. Now that I'm debt-free, I'm able to live my life to the fullest. I can travel and experience new things without worrying about money. I can make choices that are right for me without worrying about what other people think. And that's such a relief. It's such a weight off my shoulders. If I still had debt, I wouldn't be able to do that. It takes time and effort, but it's possible. And it's worth it. Trust me, being debt-free is so worth it. It's given me the freedom to live my life the way I want to. And I know that it can do the same for you. I'd be stuck in a job that I didn't love just so I could pay off my debt. So I am really grateful that I took the time to learn about personal finance and to pay off my debt. It's made such a difference in my life. Just pick yourself up and keep going. The important thing is that you don't give up. Don't use setbacks as an excuse to quit. Instead, use them as motivation to keep going. Started learning about personal finance, and when I started talking about my journey to friends and family, I realized that I had surrounded myself with supportive people. They didn't judge me for my debt. They didn't make me feel ashamed for being in debt. They were supportive and they were encouraging. And this made a huge difference for me. I didn't feel alone in my journey. I didn't feel embarrassed about my debt. I felt like I had a team behind me cheering me on. I didn't know how to pay off my debt. I felt overwhelmed. So I did the next step, which was I went online and I looked for resources. I found a ton of helpful information online. I read books, I watched YouTube videos, I listened to podcasts. And the more I learned about personal finance and the more I learned about how to pay off debt, the more empowered I felt. And why? It is so important to get rid of your debt, especially if you're struggling mentally with it. And this is coming from someone who has been there. You can feel like you're never going to be debt-free. You can feel like you're stuck in a never-ending cycle of debt. But the truth is, you can get out of debt. It takes time and effort, but it's possible. So celebrate your small victories along the way. Every dollar you pay towards your debt is a step in the right direction. Every healthy financial habit you build is a step in the right direction. Celebrate those wins, no matter how small they seem. This will help you stay motivated and on track. If this sounds appealing, keep watching. Hi, I'm a debt-free millennial. On this channel, I share everything I learned about money. I know how stressful it is when you have debt hanging over your head. It's hard to enjoy your life fully when you're worried about money all the time. So let's discuss exactly that today. Step No. 1. Start by focusing on yourself and not on numbers. Once you realize that the numbers aren't as important as how you feel, the next step is to get curious about your debt. Identify the feelings that come up for you when you think about your debt. For me, it was anxiety and stress. But for you, it might be shame or guilt or fear. Identifying these feelings is the first step to breaking free from them. You need to acknowledge that these feelings exist and that it's okay to feel this way. You're not alone. So step No. 2. Identify the feelings associated with your debt. Step No. 3. Ask yourself, does this situation serve me? I want you to think about your debt and ask yourself, does this situation serve me? Does being in debt serve you? Or does it actually hold you back? When I asked myself this question, the answer was clear. Being in debt did not serve me. It made me feel anxious and stressed, and it held me back from doing the things that I wanted to do. So I decided to take action. Now, And that brings me to the next step, which is surround yourself with supportive people. The next step is celebrate small victories. When you're in debt, it can be easy to focus on the negative. The next step is give yourself grace. When I was paying off my debt, I didn't always stick to my budget. Another thing that helped me stay motivated was knowing that I wasn't doing this for anyone else. I was doing this for myself. If you are struggling with debt anxiety, please know that you're not alone. Now that I am debt-free, I can tell you that it is such a relief to not have that weight on my shoulders anymore. And I know that it can make a difference in yours too. If you're struggling with debt anxiety, please know that you can get out of debt. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.